Today I'm going to make for you my version of khichdi. Khichdi is a mixture of rice and some kind of lentils cooked simply. The thing is, whenever you hear the word khichdi, you immediately think of like food you eat when you're not feeling well, which is true for khichdi because it's very simple. In its simplest form, khichdi is just rice, some lentil, and maybe salt and a little turmeric. And so it's comforting to the stomach, and it makes you feel good when you're not feeling well. So it is, and it's also very nutritious. So yes, that's true that that's what khichdi is. But this is not that khichdi. Yes, it does have rice, it does have lentils. Um, it's still very comforting, but this is not a plain khichdi. Just by adding a couple spices and an onion, you transform this plain, boring khichdi into something delicious and comforting and something you can eat whenever you want, not just when you're not feeling well. So come along with me as I make my favorite spicy khichdi, or as I call it, vagarli khichdi. Vagarli means made with some spices. It is delicious, very easy to make, very few ingredients. It's quick, especially if you make it in the rice cooker. It takes 10 minutes of prep time and then however long it takes to cook your khichdi. To make this khichdi, I have 1 cup of moong dal and 1 cup of basmati rice. So this is the split moong and with the covering removed. So it's the yellow moong dal and 1 cup of basmati rice. So we're gonna combine this and then wash them together until the water runs clear, and then we're going to let it soak for about 30 minutes while we prepare all the other ingredients. My rice and dal mixture is soaking. I'm going to go ahead and cut the onions, and then we're ready to make it. Basically, this is the simplest dish to make. It just requires an onion and the dal and rice mixture and some spices, and you have a delicious spicy khichdi. Okay, so the only prep you need to make this khichdi is just chopping an onion. I don't add any other vegetables. I just want a pure comfort spicy khichdi. And so this is 1.5 of onion diced, roughly chopped. You can see I didn't have to do any fine pieces or anything. And I prefer red onions, but I didn't have any, so I just used the white one. And then the spices I need, also very simple. I just need, this is 2 teaspoons of mustard seeds, about a small piece, an inch of cinnamon stick, and about 5 cloves. And then I also need hing, or the fortita. Again, I can never pronounce that. And then I need about 1 spoon of turmeric, 1 spoon of red chili powder, and some salt and black pepper. And that's it. So let's get started. Our dal and rice mixture is still soaking. I'm just going to saute the onions and then drain the dal mixture and add it to the pan. Okay, so I have a pan that I'm going to heat to about medium low, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. My oil is sufficiently hot, and I can check it by just adding a few mustard seeds, and if they move and sizzle around right away, then you know the oil is nice and hot. So I'm going to add rest of the mustard seeds, the cinnamon, and the cloves. Move it around a little bit. Okay, let's have it sizzle for about 10 seconds. Right, and if you can hear that pop, so once they start popping, I'm going to add the hing, just a sprinkle, not much. Be careful when you add hing, you don't want too much. And then I'm going to add my onions. Now this is a very simple recipe. It's not a long process. The onions don't need to be cooking for a long time. I'm going to cook the onion for about 3 minutes until they're translucent. I don't need to brown them or cook them very long. It's just enough so that they become a little bit softer and translucent. And once that happens, I'll add the dal mixture. So let's cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes and the onions have softened, and that's it. Our prep is done. I'm gonna add the dal and rice mixture. I've taken all the water out, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add this, and then add the dry spices, and then cook the whole thing in the rice cooker. Again, this is not a hard recipe. I try to make these I'm a home cook. I love cooking for my family. So I just try to make these recipes as simple and easy as they can be so that anyone can make these at home. It doesn't require that many special ingredients. Everything you can find in the grocery store and easy to make. Today I wanted to soak the dal for 30 minutes, but I decided to cook this for our evening meal a little too late, so I don't have time to soak it for 30 minutes. So it's been only soaking for 15, and that's okay too. You know, the only thing the soaking does is makes the rice, the long grain rice, a little bit more fluffier. But it's all good. It still tastes amazing. So you don't actually have to soak it for 30 minutes. The longer you soak it, the better. But like I said, today I only soaked it for 15 minutes and it's still going to be delicious. So let me stir this for a bit, and then let's add our spices. Okay, so to this mixture, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of turmeric, a heaping teaspoon of red chili powder because we like it spicy, a little bit of coriander powder, some black pepper, and 3 red chilies. The red chilies are optional. And that's it. I'm gonna stir all this and then show you how to put this in the rice cooker. Okay, the spices and the onion mixture has blended nicely with the rice and dal. So at this point, I'm done. I'm going to just add some water and then transfer the mixture to the rice cooker. Now this was 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of dal, and I'm adding to this 3 cups of water only because I'm cooking it in the rice cooker. If I was cooking it on the stove, then I would double the water. So if I had 2 cups of the mixture, I would add 4 cups of water and then cook it on the stove. If I was cooking on the stove, I would have used a much deeper pot. This pot is very shallow. It's a shallow pan. And the only reason I used it is because I'm transferring this mixture to the rice cooker. But if you don't have a rice cooker, or if you prefer to cook it in a pot, then you use a deeper pot, use double the water, and then cook it until all the water is absorbed. So let me transfer this to my rice cooker and show you how that's done. Okay, I've transferred the whole mixture into the pot of my rice cooker, and I realized I completely forgot to put salt. So here I'm putting 2 teaspoons of salt, maybe a little bit less. Can always add, but can't take out. Stir everything together. So again, please watch my recipes all the way through before deciding to make it, because a lot of times I forget a step. Remember, I'm cooking this live as I'm talking to you guys, so sometimes I do forget things. So like I forgot salt today, but anyway, I added it, and now I'm going to take this And here is my rice cooker. I love this rice cooker. It's nice and simple and it's small. And I'm just going to cook it on the rice setting. If you're cooking it in a pressure cooker, or please follow manufacturer's direction for that, or if you're cooking in a pot, just cook it as if you would cook any rice until the liquid is absorbed. So all I have to do is press the start button and wait for the magic to happen. And our khichdi has cooked beautifully. And this is how I like it. It's separated grains, not mushy. Like I said, this is not the khichdi you may remember that you eat uh, while being sick. This is full of spices. It's delicious, it's simple, and it's pure comfort food. Let's plate this and have ourselves a very nice dinner. Very simple meal. All this khichdi needs is a little dollop of ghee, some pickles. Today I am eating this with a lime pickle. That is a delicious sweet lime pickle, and some papad. And you can also have it with a little bit of yogurt or just as is. Delicious and healthy and comforting. If you enjoy my recipes, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share the recipes, and hit that bell icon so you get notified whenever I put out new recipes. Enjoy this meal.